Hi Collective, welcome back to my channel. We are about relationship with ourselves first, okay? So we can have a healthy relationship outside of ourselves, but it comes from managing the emotions, so you can identify your intuition to bring in that healthy relationship outside of yourself and inside of yourself, because it comes with spiritual wealth, spiritual health, but it comes from the essence of love, all right? You have to love yourself, love others, love planet, love beings, love God, because there seems to be someone has to do some deep diving when it comes to a charity organization, or maybe when it comes to artistic ideas. But someone's also looking into their imagination, because we have the moon card. Write your dreams down and be dedicated, okay? You could be a photographer, all right? Or you could be a healer or a director. You look at carelessness, because there seems to be an illusion when it comes to someone's imagination, okay? Because now we're looking in house 12, all right? House 12 is about karma, all right? Results from past actions, or maybe hidden support, okay? Because now you're looking at limitations in someone's institution, or someone has inner social conflict, all right? So look within yourself, write your dreams down, okay? Because now you're looking at creative ideas, co-create with the universe, because the universe will protect you from outside forces that are careless, in secrets, illusions, or in fear, all right? So we have indecisiveness, because if we have the moon, someone looks as if they're a little bit moody, all right? They could be a bit touchy, a bit sulky, because now you're looking at creating calmness, all right? Okay, when it comes to being domestic, we're looking at someone's imagination. There seems to be a secret or a fear, all right? Or someone's feeling this fear. Because now we're in the moon, all right? The moon energy is looking at someone's everyday purpose, maybe, when it comes to activities. There seems to be an illusion, and now someone's being very moody when it comes to their attitude, because now your habits, okay, co-create with the universe to mold your characteristics. So now maybe someone's general mood within your environment could be quite moody. You could be a mother figure, or you could be looking at a mother. We're looking at nurturing. We're looking at the feminine energy, all right? So looking at the moon, you could be a feminine I'm talking to, okay? Maybe someone's looking at secrets when it comes to maybe someone watching the internet, all right? Or maybe someone's looking into themselves when it comes to healing, when it comes to the soul world. Maybe someone's looking within themselves, look at harmony when it comes to a secret or an illusion, or maybe deception. Because now we're looking at balance when it comes to the temperance, because she's on the temperance, all right? Even though it's a world card, there seems to be balance, seems to be like the 12 juries are looking over the world, all right? When it comes to how people are learning to operate within the limitations of the society. Remember, every action has a reaction. So we're looking at a lack of responsibility, all right, when it comes to people creating their own rules out of fears, all right? And when you have fears, okay, we're looking at obstruction, because now they have limitations, okay? So we see limitations, all right, because maybe someone doesn't believe in God, all right? So we're seeing limitations when it comes to someone's imagination, too much secrets, too much illusions, okay? We're looking at lunacy, all right? Because now we're looking at the world. Someone is looking at the world when it comes to a lucrative deal, or maybe someone is a creative content creator, all right? We're looking at growth, all right? We're looking at healing, harmony, but it seems to be when it comes to someone's lucrative deal, there seems to be envy, bitterness when it comes to the heart chakra, all right? Because now we're looking at energy when it comes to the universe is co-creating to bring in more intuition when it comes to femininity. We're looking at compassion, all right? We're looking at the energy. Someone's looking at talking. Someone's looking at their relationships when it comes to reasons and logic. Maybe someone's studying something on the internet when it comes to the truth. Someone's looking at the truth. Could be a Virgo person, Pisces person. So we're looking at conversation when it comes to the Holy Grail, when it comes to the self, when it comes to the Ten of Pentacles. Someone's looking at a world deal. Use your imagination, collective. Don't run away with your imagination, though. All right? Keep working. I can see someone working towards their 10 of Pentacles. Just keep creating harmony, balance, truth, fairness. Come out of the energy of illusions, deception. Pay attention to your dreams. Pay attention. You could be a Scorpio person, Aquarius person, a Leo person, a Taurus person. Or you're looking at work. Maybe you're looking at a lucrative deal at work. Or creating that within your own self. So you're looking at analytical. Maybe someone's being very analytical when it comes to maybe being a writer. Or maybe being a policeman. Maybe someone's looking at health. Expanding their health department. Some of you could be a doctor or even a dentist. Because we have conversations about expansion maybe for some of you. Someone, yay, take that leap of faith. Someone's taking that leap of faith. Someone taking that leap of faith towards, all right, showing their creative self-expressions. That's bringing about ease and comfort. Because now you're looking at production, vision, and insight. Someone has an insight, how to use their intuition, okay? No expectations, no baggage, okay? Because now someone has the faith in God, faith in your intuition. Someone's looking like they feel like they might be looking like an ass to people. But who cares? Go into your chariot. You've got the willpower to stand up for yourself in the chariot. The chariot is you. You are the driver, all right? You own your own steering wheel. Use your intuition. You could be an air sign person, all right? You're looking at creativity, looking at production, all right? You're looking at maybe the Emperor. Maybe look at the Emperor, could be an Aries person, when it comes to calmness, when it comes to leadership, when it comes to authority. We're looking at the power of one's intuition. When you use your intuition to see past any illusions when it comes to the material world, especially at work, you're going to look at your authentic self when it comes to your pentacles. So you can take that deep dive and take leaps of faith. Do you understand? Some of you could be looking at a leadership role, authority, power. But we're looking at the Emperor. All right? We're looking at the illusions around the Emperor. Maybe. Because now we're looking at Sagittarius person in an illusion. When it comes to passion. When it comes to groundness. Someone has to secure themselves because it seems to be an illusion. Because something was very passionate, and passion has become anger because someone's not in their root chakra, because someone cannot create their own pentacles. So that's why there's an illusion. There's an illusion. Someone's in the mood of lunacy, going for a Tower moment. Someone's having a shock moment. The shock moment is many people is going to start seeing earth angels. It's going to be unbelievable to people. I think it's going to put a lot of fear into people as well. Because I look at the 9 of Wands, all right? Maybe you're such a Sagittarius person. Maybe you're saying, into me I seek within my own intuition. Into me I seek the Emperor. Into me I seek a soul world when it comes to stability, security, production, insights, to bring in knowledge of discovery for opportunities, to bring in your 10 of Pentacles. I think this is more about business. I think it's more about leadership. Going. Looking at safety, security. Someone's angry about something they discovered when it comes to maybe the internet, the World Web, something to do with a lucrative deal. Maybe someone walked away from a lucrative deal. Maybe someone's going towards the Emperor to give him information about maybe the 9 of Wands. Maintaining boundaries when it comes to this illusion. Aries person is looking at stability, 11-11. taking that leap of faith and realigning the tree of life within oneself. So someone's realigning, gone back to that authentic self. Maybe someone wants to come in more structured, taking that leap of faith. King of Swords. Yeah, maybe the King of Swords has gone to tell the Emperor something. Something he discovered on the internet. Could be his boss, could be a lawyer, could be a mentor, could be the Emperor in his full truth with his Godhead on, looking at authority, looking at transformation, by using the intuition to bring in production, insight. Do you know what I mean? To do expansion, to bring in your Ten of Pentacles, stability. Someone's looking at Ten of Pentacles. Someone's leaving a legacy, retirement, inheritance. Someone's looking at the Queen of Cups. Very loving person. Seems like she's got her back towards him. Maybe someone feels overprotective. Because now someone feels an air sign is a very loving person. Maybe gone to the Emperor to say, use your intuition. There seems to be darkness, missing elements within your environment. Maybe when it comes to the feminine energy. What's missing is the feminine energy to this masculine maybe. Or when it comes to maybe the woman you're around is ill, negative. So you've got to look within yourself. But it seems to me an air signs person is taking that leap of faith. All right, it could be air sign person, or it could be a Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces person. Has gone within and maybe spoken to the Emperor to take that leap of faith and start having more healthy boundaries. Someone's looking at healthy boundaries when it comes to the King of Cups. Now we're looking at the King and Queen of Cups. All right, now we're looking at counterparts. All right, when it looks like there's some grey areas. All right, but we're looking at calmness. All right, we're looking at leadership. We're looking at walking forward with the fire of water. Someone has that passion when it comes to maturity, because they're using their intuition, psychic gifts to make many shifts. But it seems to be the counterparts have their back towards each other. But the masculine seems to be looking fully in his emotions. He's working. Maybe he's working on when it comes to boundaries at work. There seems to be delusions at work when it comes to the Pentacles about leaving an inheritance. All right. Someone's looking at their Wheel of Fortune. You have to will yourself into the fortune for your stability. Someone's looking at a personal expansion. All right. Because now you're looking at your expansion. You're expanding your horizon. Someone's bringing about their fortunes, good luck. And now you're looking at optimism. Someone's very confident, wheeling in that fortune by using your intuition. Okay. Because now you're looking at stability. You're looking at maybe spirituality. Okay. We're looking at communication when it comes to peace, when it comes to self-expression. Okay. Also, you're looking at an energy when it comes to creating a new world. Someone's tying up one of loose ends because now someone feels fulfilled. Someone feels like the end of a cycle or a quest. When it comes to maybe someone had to put up boundaries, maybe because there was an illusion. When it comes to a house, when it comes to real estate or a mega project, when it comes to leaving a legacy, we're looking at a group of maybe elite people taking that leap of faith towards soulmates, maybe. Because now you're looking at Two of Wands. Someone's looking at a pathway. Maybe someone's very strong-headed. They were a little bit impatient. They didn't look at the fine details. So now someone's riding with their pride. Because now you've got a quick-tempered person. When it comes to maybe Aries person, Sagittarius person, when it comes to Wheel of Fortune, because they're going for a tower moment, unwanted changes. There seems to be actions going on behind the scenes. When it comes to someone's home, destruction, ruin. Someone was seeking, traveler. Maybe someone's traveling. You see, when you're a traveler, when they forget their ID, they become very conflicted. Do you understand? Because they forget where they come from. So now maybe you're an explorer, or maybe you're exploring a lawyer. When it comes to your home, maybe you have to type one or two deeds, house deeds, contracts, because there seems to be an illusion. Someone's in their mood when it comes to indecisions, when it comes to actions, goals. Now, someone's looking in the energy of into me I seek, because into me I seek the truth, Sometimes I can see within myself, I need to be honest and outspoken because someone's exaggerating, being very irresponsible. Can I be looking at talk, conversation, loyalty, looking at the feminine and masculine energy? I would look at soulmates, taking that leap of faith when it comes to leaving a legacy. We're looking at maybe house deeds. Maybe someone's splitting assets when it comes to properties. But they have this seems to be a business decision. Maybe someone's looking within themselves and waiting for results to make their choices. Someone's looking at traveling plans, maybe. But someone is definitely traveling to the Ten of Pentacles. You could be Aries person, heavily fire sign person. Heavy fire sign person. So now you look at immaturity when it comes to reliability. Someone's looking at a spiritual romantic journey and also looking at maybe insecurities or unrequited love. There seems to be the energy of someone trying to balance between each energies of reliability and insecurities maybe. Because someone keeps looking back. An earth sign person keeps looking back at maybe a cup person, a water sign person. He's running after her with a cup of love and she's just looking back holding her pentacles. When it comes to donations, someone's looking back at a water sign person and someone's relying on an earth sign person. When it comes to donations, maybe a Taurus person. When it comes to a Cancer person. Because they're going for a Tower moment. Because there seems to be indecisions about a lie, about a Aquarius person, about innovations. Someone's walking away. Because there seems to be anxiety, stress. Because someone has been signing someone's name when it comes to a pentacle. Because then you look at 8 of Wands. Someone's been signing off a lot of documents secretly. On these messages going around. Because now there's a detective. When it comes to 5 of Wands. A challenge. Obstacles. Delays. Delays to that desire for a soulmate. Because there's a Queen of Wands. Looking at the desire. And she's looking at promiscuity. When it comes to maybe Genie, Switzerland. When it comes to an author, there seems to be an imbalance when it comes to controlling at work. Someone's blocking someone's work and money. It could be a Queen of Wands. When it comes to a King of Pentacles. Because they're looking at a Leo person, maybe, when it comes to 6 of Wands. Victory. A Leo person is looking at victory. When it comes to sparkling ideas. I'm going to leave it there. Sparkling ideas by going within and seeking their own truth. About a Cancer person. In regret. No feelings. No empathy when it comes to the judgment of a Queen of Pentacles. Backstabbing. That's the truth. Immature. Someone got a letter sent to a Leo person. Take it as it resonates. So now we're looking at a situation where we're seeing a message. Maybe somebody wants to send a message to Divine Feminine about a legacy. Heartbreak. There's a heartbreak when it comes to a burden with a Leo person. When it comes to the offering of love and reliability. Because he went sharing with a Taurus person. This is why her back is towards the Emperor. Even though he might be looking more mature with his emotions. She said, whatever, you went to a Taurus person, my friend. So you better look into your own cup of love and understand about your karmic cycle. So now someone's looking at end of a cycle or a quest. Someone's looking at a judgment. They're recognizing how their past actions has affected others. Maybe someone's trying to take stock, all right? Because now maybe someone wants to write their past with their misdeeds when it comes to emotions, when it comes to stability, when it comes to maybe leaving a legacy. Maybe someone walked away from a legacy, but someone's walking to the Emperor, an air sign person, a Queen of Cups. And she's happy. She's exposing maybe about they're spiritually married, or he went to a Taurus person under deception. So this seems to be an exposure. Now the Sun card is here about someone's inner personal purpose. So we're looking at someone's drive. Maybe they look at the counterpart with self-motivation. Very confident person with the strength of individuality. We look at creativity. We look at production. We look at vision. Someone has an insight when it comes to twin flame energy, or someone's action when it comes to someone's home. And now someone needs to have healthy boundaries. Because now there seems to be competition with a Leo person. A Leo person, King of Cups. Heavy fire sign person. When it comes to Three of Wands, insights. It's all about the insight. Using the right energy, actions, intentions. Use your intuition to bring about your personal purpose. All right. If you look at the self, that means the self. The self means the soul of the self. All right. Okay, now looking at a situation when we're going forward into understanding an illusion. Maybe someone's fearing what people think on the internet when it comes to someone's legacy, taking that leap of faith. Okay. But no, the Emperor said no. I'm going to the Emperor. I'm going to let him understand. Where's your healthy boundaries, my friend? You need to be using your intuition. I don't know what you're doing with your stability, your creativity, your security. So maybe there's some harsh mental talking going back and forth to the divine feminine, divine masculine. Because now you look at the higher priestess. We're looking, you have to go in yourself and use your intuition. There seems to be a secret, all right, where you have to use your intuition to go past these illusions. Because someone feels left out in the cold. Could be a Taurus person with illusions, delusions, and lunacy. So when you look within your own intuition and you trust yourself, you understand the knowledge of discovery is creating opportunities for you if you balance the yin and the yang within yourself. Someone's seen a pathway, okay, when it comes to maybe a tarot reader, that's the veil between heaven and earth. There's a portal, okay, when it comes to your intuition, it's connected to heaven, purity. So now we're looking at balancing throughout this illusion, okay? You have to balance the heart. Why? Because the heart is the seat of the soul. You have to balance the yin and the yang within the heart, all right? Because I look at the King of Wands. King of Wands is looking at this mysterious woman on the internet, all right? Maybe an earth angel. He feels as an earth angel. We're looking at expansion, all right? Maybe the King of Wands is gone within themselves, okay? And now they're looking at their limitations, or they're looking at where they're learning, okay, about responsibility, rules, fears, obstructions, and limitations. Maybe he's a very good father figure, but he's gone within himself, and now he feels like he's got fire within his belly. But he seems to be quite protective when it comes to knowledge, wisdom. But this person is a very good leader, a visionary. He seems to be focused on his intuition. He seems very warmed up. He's a magician. Something about his hands. Something about his hands. This King of Wands. King of Wands has gone within. He's balancing the feminine and masculine. Now he's got the fire in the belly. Maybe he's looking at this world when it comes to twin flame energy. Maybe this is a masculine, because now you've got Six of Wands. Maybe this is masculine. He could be famous. Or his leadership and the fire in his belly is leading him into victory, rewards, recognition, good news, success when it comes to stability, production, when it becomes like a visionary, a go-getter. So now maybe this masculine feels right. I feel very much like balance, feminine and masculine. I've gone within, I've seen an illusion, I'm using my intuition, and now I'm leaving my legacy. Do you understand? Because now, maybe he's looking at money matters, going forward into maybe happiness, joy, excitement from the soul of the self. All right, because remember, the soul is your inner purpose. It gives you that drive. It gives you that energy. So now maybe this masculine is looking at the source of his own will when it comes to his own actualization, his own self-motivation, because this person is very powerful when it comes to the soul of the self. Because I'm looking at a very strong, powerful soul in an individual person when it comes to creativity. Because now we're looking at the Knight of Swords. Maybe he's looking at a female, maybe Gemini, Libra, Aquarius person, when they got the truth directly in the hand of the heart. The heart is the seat of the soul. Someone's illuminated something when it comes to the hand of the light of the soul. Maybe someone was trying to create darkness, or there was a maze, maybe behind this masculine, like a forest. But no, I think he's looking at the sharpness, the quick talking of this Gemini, Libra, Aquarius woman that's got her guard up with the truth, and she's highlighted the truth and it's illuminated the wisdom of this person. So now you look at the Knight of Swords. Okay, we're looking at the Knight of Swords when it comes to maybe reliability, when it comes to potentials. We don't do potentials. Very fast talking person. Maybe someone's looking at a lifestyle change or challenges when it comes to clearing, when it comes to the Empress. Someone's thinking about the Empress, an air sign person, because now we're in regret when it comes to a legacy. Someone was offered, all right, but now someone's gone within and realized within they have more resources. Outside of themselves, it looks like they have no knowledge, no wisdom, no nothing. But within oneself, when you look at the cup of life, but someone's ignoring that special surprise, because it looks like you can't see an angel figure. But when you look within your intuition, you can see there's an angel trying to water the masculine out of regret, because his mind is maybe on the world, but his feet is ready to take that leap of faith into his Emperor status, the original form of self. Remember, we're looking for self-love, all right? Self-love, loving others, loving planet, loving beings, okay? And loving God, all right? Put your Godhead on, masculines, all right? Don't sit in regret. Someone's sitting in regret, maybe because of a third-party person. Maybe they feel like they've missed an opportunity when it comes to laying down a lucrative legacy, inheritance. Because now you're looking at, maybe this masculine is reading about a Libra person, a Queen of Cups, an air sign person, air sign taking that leap of faith. So now you've got heavy air sign. So now you're looking at a book. Maybe someone's looking at the book of knowledge. All right, your initials could be V, T, F, Q, N, S, D, C, U, V. So now we're looking at a situation. You could be M, E, but me. It says me. Okay, so you look at the book of life. Someone's illuminating their mind. Do you understand? So it's coming out of heartbreak. The heartbreak is now in the paper, the book of life. So someone's reading their book of life. Someone's illuminating their mind with wisdom, knowledge, okay? Because now we're looking at the key to life, all right? Someone's looking at the knowledge of discovery. Even though they're heartbroken, it's still putting the leaves back on the trees. All right, because now someone feels they're heartbroken when it comes to the energy or purity. All right, someone is looking within the innocence. Okay, or maybe an air sign person. Maybe someone's reading the about an air sign person, about heartbreak when it comes to the Emperor, when it comes to King of Wands, or maybe the King of Cups. Maybe he's heartbroken about the King of Cups when it comes to maybe their ships. Immaturity, a very manipulative masculine, creating storms when it comes to stalking, bringing indecision, two-face, two masks, heartbreak, King of Cups. Heartbroken. Maybe someone can't bring their ships to come in through their intuition. They're not correcting their flaws. But they keep looking at air sign person. Information, researching, sailing, glazing at the bosom of someone's knowledge and wisdom that's connected to the heart, the seat of the soul that's connected to heaven, that highlights the light and the dark. When it comes to a maze from a King of Cups, of a two-faced person that acts mature but a heartbreaker, about a decision. Someone's not telling the truth because someone's hiding their real emotions, maybe. Someone's holding a mask. I think this King of Cups, man, he's got double personality. I think he's got double personality. I don't know why I picked that up the last time. Yeah, man. If you go within, he's a little bit of a... He's a demon, man. He's gone within. He's holding the truth. He's a bit of a snake. Because he's got a third-party person. Wishing. He's wishing to her for this tug and war when it comes to love and support. On the Two of Cups. To be alone. At home. By themselves. I don't know. Someone's heartbroken by reading about King of Cups. So now the Emperor is having an awakening. This is the Phoenix rising. This heartbreak reading about his own emotions. Maybe because he held back and never told the Empress his real feelings. That could be him as the King of Cups in regret. Maybe he feels he should have sent a letter or write a book. Someone's writing. Someone is reading that someone signed someone's signature as well. And that's the heartbreak, the regret. And now maybe the King of Cups has no empathy. But he's being fed though. Maybe the Emperor's throat chakra's open because now all his thoughts are in paper. Intuition. This could be a psychic writer, you know, taking that leap of faith. When it comes to production, vision, leadership, creativity. He's illuminating his mind, man. This is the mind file. The mind file is opening, sketching, writing, scribbling, designing, illuminating, releasing the pain, the sorrow, the grief, the regrets of not having information. And now someone is more focused maybe on signicities. Signicities seem too much signs. But the mind file is popped open because he's having an awakening. The Phoenix rising. When it comes to opportunities, being more spontaneous, enthusiasm. That's why he's got the fire in the belly. He's warming up. Look at them both. Hey, they're both holding like the fire. Like he's got the fire. She's got the balance. And he's like, I regret because fire signs need that balance in it. You can't have earth as you burn up the place. It's destruction. So now maybe this masculine is finding the balance in it. Because now we're looking at, okay, say for instance, that thing. It reminds me of when the Western world first settled in, is it Amazon? The forest? And the indigenous people tried to teach them, you can burn wood, but be careful how you burn it, innit? But that's why they have, what's it called? That's why they got these forestry burnout all the time. Because they didn't learn how to control when it comes to when you need to burn certain parts for certain things. I can't remember what it's called now. It's really bugging. But it reminds you of that. The control. And this masculine, he'll bun you up, man. I've seen my masculine dark side. I keep telling people, don't play with this masculine dark side, you know. Because when it comes to spirituality, you can't beat this King of Wands. I don't care what anyone says. You can't beat this King of Wands. And that's why people's got a different perspective. Maybe by a King of Wands. Maybe by a Sagittarius person. A Leo person. Aries person. Or someone's got a different perspective when it comes to a tarot reader. So now you're looking at a tarot reader, maybe. Maybe he's looking at a tarot reader when it comes to defending herself. Oh, he said, the secret was Sagittarius person. When it comes to the higher priestess, she could be a tarot reader, or she could be into like moon magic, shit like that. She's the fucking devil, and someone's wounded. King of Wands is like, no, I've got boundaries, man. He's looking at this boundary. He said, no, the devil, Sagittarius person is a devil, a very demonic woman. She could be a tarot reader, Sagittarius woman. Or that was the lie. Maybe someone said, maybe an air sign person was demonic. No, Sagittarius. She's not being a good girl. And maybe this Queen of Cups, a mother figure, nurturer, is looking at this. And now that leap of faith he could have taken is heartbreak. Because now he's reading information about maybe a dark spiritual practice, a person, a practitioner, trying to get information and knowledge from a King of Wands to maybe bound this King of Wands into the devil energy. So I'm looking at the root of someone's illusion, deception when it comes to a Sagittarius person. But now there seems to be a wheel of fortune, a turning point when it comes to a Sagittarius person. Maybe this is the woman I slapped in her face and I said, leave my fucking tarots alone, you know. She was doing something with the tarots and I went up to her and I slapped her right in her fucking mouth. I said, leave my fucking tarots alone. Yes, because I invented it in my past life. Maybe it's her, man. This Sagittarius woman. Very dark entity person. A demonic woman. So these are doing dark spiritual practices. Maybe in the forest, maybe. Around moon time, maybe. So now we're looking at Ten of Pentacles. This masculine wants to take action. Because maybe he's angry with a Sagittarius person, maybe. Because now you're like illuminating. Because now you're in the dark. Now we're releasing that devil energy. Because now he's looking at maybe what's in the palms of his hands. I'm telling you, there's something about this man's fucking hands. I don't know what it is. Oh my days. It's like when I first saw my masculine. He's a King of Wands. When I saw him stroke this karmic Genevieve Nudge's face and farming, I don't know why it really hit my heart. And it's something about his hands. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I'm attracted to his hands. Something magical about his hands from my past life. Something about his psychic hands. Something about his hands. And now he's making them steps to yin and the yang when it comes to the root. Maybe he's looking at his family roots. All right. Maybe he's taking his hand and looking at maybe reunion. Or maybe this person was dragging him into the wrong place, but no, his hand's in regret. I reckon he probably regrets handling anything to do with this Queen of Wands, a Sagittarius woman, within his home or a business, something to do with maybe they're building maybe a church, maybe, or maybe a spiritual group, and she acted like she had the key to knowledge. No, she's fucking demonic, bruv. She's evil. Maybe they do something in the forest, maybe moon magic, them kind of foolishness there. So now there seems to be no knowledge, no wisdom for it to grow from within, innit? So now there's regret. Why? Because this Sagittarius demonic woman that's meant to be, I don't know, tarot reader, spiritual woman. I don't know what she is, boy, in some church or some religious group. Nah, man, she's demonic. And now there's no fire in the belly, innit? Because the soul's born to love. It needs wisdom, it needs knowledge, it needs truth, it needs creativity, it needs production. Especially with fire signs. You see fire signs, if they don't have that room to create, that's them right there. Miserable mother effers. Yeah, I'm telling you. They'll sit there thinking, and that's what you're sitting there for, swords. Sitting there thinking, maybe he should have protected himself. Maybe that's what he's thinking. He feels like he should have protected himself away from maybe a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person and a Sagittarius person. But he's looking at talking to God, though. He's getting lots of messages how to protect from outside forces. So now when he's sleeping or when he's thinking in his own time, He's stitching back the roots. Because maybe God's got the hand, isn't it? Remember, that's the angel, the hand, giving this masculine a hand to come out of the situation with victory, with success. Can I look at the root of the King of Wands? And the King of Wands, they're just like the limelight. They're so dramatic. This can only be my masculine, you know. So dramatic. Typical Leos, man. Got to be dramatic. It's got to have the world stage. Oh, yeah, the world stage. Ooh. Maybe that's his legacy. The angels are handing the world stage. But bring that fire back in that belly. Because it was gone. Bounded. Because of this fucking dark partitioner. This fucking Sagittarius cow. Yeah, he's looking at... Maybe he's looking at maybe... Told you something to do with his hands, man. He's so magical. He's got to be careful who he touches, who he's around. He's got to be careful. He's an empath. And because they're not empaths, they're draining this masculine. And now, look, drained out, man. Knowledge, wisdom drained out in regret, sitting there. I reckon she knew his purpose. And she tried to bound him to the devil. Because feminists are like terrorists against divine energy, divine God's purpose, isn't it? That's why they call karmics. That's why they called Jezebels or Delilahs or evil Eves or even Genevieve Nadia. To you. Good morning, darling. Not a ones, man. You're too damn frisky. That's your problem. That's his problem. But he's looking at the angels in his hand, though. I got the whole world in my hand. Oh my days, I got the world in my hand. He's got the whole world in his hand. He's got the whole wild world in his hand. Something's been illuminated in this masculine's hand. This masculine's hand is very valuable. He can turn, what do you call it again? Oh, what do you call it when you can touch things into gold? You can just touch things and it just goes to gold. Yeah, he's a fucking wise man. He gets on my nerves, man. Every morning I cuss my masculine, you know. Sort your fucking lying life out. The wise one. That's his legacy. The wise one. The council within his angels is looking at... He could be a Native American. But his native, his roots of his authentic self now is illuminated his mind, the mind file. So now the wise meets the other wise. Why? Because the Queen of Cups is an air sign. The wise meets the other wise, the King of Cups, maybe the Emperor. Yeah, so air sign, the wise meets the other wise. Because now they're illuminating the mind. So now you're looking at searching, being curious, when it comes to the light, illuminating the yin and the yang. Why? Because you have to balance it to the heart. The heart is the seat of the soul. Because the soul is in the heart. But you've got to have the right information in your hand. Because what's above is below. Do you understand? So now you're looking at a book. Maybe she's writing a book. Maybe about a King of Wands. And now he's thinking, uh-oh. Yeah. She's writing a book about you, babe. Or someone is also heartbroken because someone has been signing off someone's name in documents and that. And now there's justice because now the Queen of Cups, an air sign person, wrote to this masculine and said, use my one eye, all right, to illuminate an illusion in your environment. It could be a very toxic mother or nurturing mother that's actually nurturing but not. Because now you're looking at 9 of Cups. Maybe this masculine is looking at air sign person as a wish fulfillment. That was the root of maybe his illusion. Maybe he didn't believe that she wanted him as well when they first met. Because there's too much illusions, delusions. Maybe someone... It's like with my masculine. I keep thinking about that time when he called me and said my heart's really hurting. And I don't know why. I think they're playing with his heart from 13 years ago when he called me. And I said, apart from that, and he got really angry. It didn't make sense. And I think more and more things sewing. When you look back at your past, it's sewing things together, and it's like illuminating. Because one time when it comes to the heart part, he said his heart's really hurting. And then we didn't speak because I said that. And then one time he went away and I picked him up at the airport, and he took a headache pill or something. It was something for his migraine. He wasn't feeling good. And he goes, yeah, because I can't deal with things right now. And he goes, I think I just sold my soul to the devil. I'm not saying he sold it to the devil, you know. I'm saying he bound it in a contract with an earth sign person and a Sagittarius. They bounded him to the devil. 13 years now, they bounded him to the devil. They did something on that trip. Something around that time he met me, something happened around that trip. I don't care what anyone says. I don't care. So now you're looking at temperance. Maybe this emperor has been guided, all right, from his angels. So now you look at the Two of Cups, the King and Queen of Cups. Now you're looking at balancing two earth angels, or you're balancing your emotions when it comes to the phoenix rising. Because now what's in the dark comes to light. It's just like in my dream as well. I heard his dad say, I'm very proud of you when it comes to writing farming. Do you understand? So now we're looking at the phoenix rising. And it's exactly how I saw him in my dream. He had these massive fucking wings. And I think he just needed reassurance, maybe from his dad, that he was very proud of farming. Now he's illuminating. Because someone tried to clip his wing. Because there's one wing down, isn't it? Someone tried to unalive the earth angels. And now the wings growing back with the knowledge, the wisdom and understanding. Because now you're looking at illuminating the emotions. Maybe someone sees this person as very loving, very nurturing. Maybe they're looking at wish fulfillment. Especially when it comes to the wishes coming true, when it comes to material abundance. Maybe wants to come in and maybe nurture. When it comes to good health, good wealth, it comes from what again, people? Love. Love. You've got to co-create with the universe. The universe does not co-create without you. It's us. We are the problem. So now we're looking at a Two of Cups. We're looking at God's Two of Cups. Because now he's understanding. I looked into his eyes and I fell in love with his soul. I can't help it. I can't help it. I had this dream. And it's like I was in this... what do you call that place? When you do basketball in the changing room. It's like in the lockers. It's like I was in the locker room. And it reminds me of like heart, isn't it? When we do that lock. That heart locker when you got the train. I remember I bought one just for me and him. And I ended up putting my grandparents in there instead because I thought he might think I was a freak. I just met him. I went to Canada and I wanted to put our pictures in it to show, look, oh my gosh, I really love you, whatever. So I was in this room. And as I'm in this room, I'm kneeling with one knee. And this massive, massive kind of like spirit, jelly kind of soft, walked in with me. And I said, can I have a private conversation? And they said, yeah. And they walked out and left me in this room with this massive, massive spirit. It was like a block of flats. It was massive. And I had my knee down and my head down. And I said, why does it hurt so much? And the spirit said, I understand. And I said, no, you don't. No one understands. I said, why does it hurt so much? Why does it have to hurt? And they said, I understand. I understand how you feel. And I said, no, you don't. No one understands. And they said, I do. I know how it feels when you look into someone's eyes and you fall in love with their soul. And I think that's what happened. Because I feel like the very first time he ever hugged me in that room, we had our clothes on, everything. And we spoke for so long. And it was like we was making love, but we wasn't. We were just talking and hugging on the bed. We were so entwined with the conversation. The otherwise met the otherwise. and was so indulged in our conversation. It's like our souls were making love, but under the veil, recognizing each other. And I always said that day, I swear something happened to me. From the moment I met him in that restaurant to that moment right there, I know something happened to me. Because the first time I ever met him, into me I feel, because into me I know, because into me I heard, that's my husband. That's my husband. I only seem to hear this higher voice when I'm around Adiwali. Because when I was like going around doing castings, and I had a break, and my mind said, go to the restaurant. You know, you always want to be by yourself. Go on, because you always got the children. So I went there, and there he came in walking. And then after a while, we dated for about 3 months. And then I went for an audition. And then I said to myself, that lady's playing that song from Beyonce. It was Love on Top. I used to always play that when I go to see him. I used to travel to see him, right? On the motorway or Drew Carriageway, whatever. And then, but the lady had it on very, very low. I was in this audition, but it was like trying to get signed. I was trying to get signed by another agent, all right? So I walked out, so I was a model back then. So I was walking out this door. A friend of mine back then, not anymore, Angel, her name happened to be Angel. And my mind said, go to the train station and don't move. I heard it so loud, louder than the person that's on the phone. So I went to the train station and my mind said, just stand there and don't move. As I'm standing there, I saw something across the road. It was like an acting school. I said, well, okay, is it because of that? So I walked across the road and I kept walking up the road and my mind said, no, go back to the train station and don't move. So previously, before that, that was a Wednesday. Sunday night before that, I had a dream. I was in a cinema. And I saw this white lady. She was quite dominant in the corner. She was watching, all right, this cinema in the cinema. And I sat next to her. And I said, would I ever see him again? She said, yeah, I can't wait to heal you on Wednesday. So that Wednesday now, I'm at the train station. And my mind said, don't move. Just stay right there. So then I'm talking. And my friend said, imagine if you saw him again and you're like, you're in your power now. Do you know what I mean? You like you've made it, like you've really cemented your career. And you could just turn and say, you know, if he comes up to you and says, you know, hi, good, what do I know you from? You know, like to say, I don't know you. I'm too good for you now, darling. You didn't want to know me. So I started laughing. No word of a lie. As soon as I put my head down and I put my head up because I was laughing, who was in front of me? Adiwali. Intuition, man. Empress. Oh, I didn't realise that was there because I'm the Empress and he's the Emperor. From our past life, we ruled a kingdom. One of the best civilized kingdoms ever in God's eyes. Can't help it. Sorry, it's my calling, isn't it? I keep hearing my name, calling in my name. I keep hearing my name being called at night. I always see like cloud people, stuff like that. Always see God, always hear God. From when I was little and even more so the last 5 years. I can wake up saying, I had a conversation with God, I had a conversation with God, I had a conversation with God, until my eyes wake up. I used to always think, when it happened to me over like a good, maybe 20 years ago that happened, I said, what is God trying to say? Because he tells me so much things, but it's some things God won't tell me. He's like, intuition, trust in me, trust. I said, okay. And I've been here ever since. So I wrote a book called In Love in Always. Because I swear, that man has been within me for 40 odd years. I can't get rid of him. No lie, I can't get rid of him. I could cuss him every day when I emails. And then I'll go to sleep. And then I'll say like in emails, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, because he ignores me, innit? And then he'll come popping in and he'll laugh. I said, it's not funny, Adiwali. And then he'd be like, what did he say? What did I say again? I said, you don't even talk to me anyway. Just get lost. And he goes, oh, you're so funny. And I'd be like, fuck off. And I'd be walking off, but my back to him. And I'm going like this. And he's just laughing. Sometimes it's not funny. But more time, them two, they're my biggest inspiration. Biggest inspiration. And I want to share my story for everyone else to go within. Into your moon. Do you understand? Use your intuition. God is real. God is coming. If you don't clean your house up, you're going to be left in the darkness. Because we're manifestations. We can't say we are like God. We co-create. We create, right? Whether it's people, things, or a place. We create, don't we? Whether it's with the universe or against the universe, we still create. So when you're creating from your imagination and it's like dark, demonic stuff, right? Remember, manifestation, what's in is out. My own opinion, open mind, people. I feel at some point, like Monster Inc., you see humans and you see these entities. That's what they're manifesting. They're going to be stuck with these demonic looking people. Do you understand? Right. Because they went against God's order. It's what they manifested. You taught this knowledge and wisdom about God and they manipulated sacred knowledge because everybody wants to be that secret, innit? Yeah, I know the secret to get to God. It's not a fucking secret. God is in everyone. Do you understand? Everyone's into this greed. Gold, oil, diamonds. That's what they care about. Do you understand? That's what brings them into addiction, greed, envy. Do you understand? So these people, this Sagittarius person envies the Empress. Why? Because she's the higher priestess, higher than the Pope. She don't come in no fuckery. Do you understand? Right. You're emotional people. Remember, emotions, all right, is your emotional life and your emotional responses. What is their emotional life and what's their emotional responses? Hate. Hate. That's what they relate. When it comes to their personality, beneath the surface of self, beneath the gold, oil and diamonds, beneath the power, beneath the people, things and places. When these people only can be bullies around people, things and places. Why? Because they use their money to buy these people as allies. Now, when these people are gone, are you going to be such a bully? Because when these people are gone, you've got to face that devil by yourself. You want control? Now you got control by the devil. It's what you asked for, isn't it? So maybe someone feels like being controlled by the devil. An earth sign person. Then I look at the holy grail of self. Someone's angry and jealous. They want to control this. You can't control. It's like trying to say you can't try to control God. You're not God, you buffoon. Don't sit down. Now you're looking at Ace of Cups. Someone's offering this King of Wands, but he has to go within and use intuition. And don't come forward until he knows his intuition. You don't carry no one. Don't rely on nobody, man. So you look at the passion, look at the love, all right? We're looking at maybe a decision when it comes to someone's actions, all right? Or maybe someone's ability when it comes to maybe planting a foundation. Because now you're looking at the world. Rebirth. We're looking at transformation. We're looking at his spiritual wife, me. Looking at his one eye. Just looking out. Or maybe he feels guided by his spiritual son, bringing that balance when it comes to his spiritual wife, using her one eye and being guided by his son. Or he's gone into the womb of the self. Why? Because the world is like the belly, innit, of God's wife. We are the children about to be birthed into heaven. This is like the belly. We're getting our nutrients, getting our wisdom, just like a pregnancy, innit? You lot are not looking beyond. Some people are not going to, it's like, oh, that sperm, innit? They're not going nowhere. Them sperms are going in the toilet and be flushed out because you can't go to heaven. Do you understand? Oh, how can I'm better at writing. I'm better at writing. My thoughts, I'm so bad at writing. I used to be better at talking. Now I've got to find that balance. So now you look at a soul world, because God's always watching his children, his babies. We've got to use the intuition. Why? Because the eyes is the seat of the soul. The window of the soul is the eyes. But the seat of the soul is the heart. All right? So now you're looking at a decision when it comes to the world. When it comes to creating a legacy with this masculine. Now you look at balance. But I'm going to tell you, you've got to balance the yin and the yang. Now you look at balancing very wise people, wise counsel. Be your counsel first, collective. Because I can see you getting into your own legacy. Remember, we are energy. We all go for the same things, okay? But we deal with things differently. Okay, now you're looking at reunion, or you're looking at a third-party person in regret with an earth sign person. Too fucking immature. Can't plant shit. Can't plant light. It's a page. Learning about a loving person. The Empress tried to swap that energy by using the Sagittarius person as a partitioner. Destiny swapping. But with destiny swapping, guess what you need? You need earthly tools, right? There you go. So they're not going to get away with it. So now you're looking at a third-party person, reading, trying to get wisdom, and went back, tuck and pull at work. All right? Maybe with a Sagittarius person and a Cancer person, using God's wisdom, all right, for manipulation. Now, they're in trouble. You know what repent means? I would love it. Just yesterday, I heard my children's dad on the phone to his friend, and even he was saying his mate went around and he said sorry to people. This is a bad man, you know. Said sorry. And he was like, people were like, well, you know, some people don't even accept that sorry. You have to, as you're going to be in your own karmic debt, my friend. You don't have to accept the sorry there and then. But this is repent time for everybody. Judgment Day is here. God is coming. Whether you don't like it or not. Oh, well. Listen to the Sagittarius woman, see how far you lot get. Tug and war in your darkness. Tug and war in your darkness. Tonight we look at reunion, a wish for fulfillment. Alright, to reunite with a counterpart, a Leo person. Tonight you're looking at 5 of Cups. Maybe someone feels like abandoned, unloved. Maybe a Queen of Cups. Or when it comes to... maybe his mother, maybe some fake-ass baby mother, someone that was looking for money, I don't know. Or this Taurus, Cancer, whatever, Taurus person, she don't want to be abandoned. Why? Because she can't look after herself. Look, she's dirty. She's dirty. Without people, she's dirty. Devil, that means you don't bathe, you don't wash your skin, only when man's coming. You understand? When people are coming, I go and clean my yard. This person is a natural dirty person. Hiding behind the gold, oil, and diamond. Now, someone feels this loss, regret, grief, and feeling abandoned or maybe unloved by a Leo person. Heartbroken. Maybe air sign. But why would she, though? She's married to him spiritually. Maybe that's what they tried. In the woods. Make her feel abandoned. I don't know. Or maybe this a Queen of Cups did. Or this King of Cups. You lot got to sort your life out. It's way too much. Way too much drama, man. Unnecessary. Now someone's got a 9 of Pentacles, someone's on their own, and someone should be on their own. Too much conflict, too much rivals, man. You've got to sort your life out. Gosh, these are big people. They're going to talk about their children. So someone is thinking about, the urge to create. Someone's got that urge to create, a Leo person. He has that urge to create after maybe rivals with a King of Cups. Oh, God, there we go again. King of Cups, you're a fucking nuisance. He's a rival, man. He's a rival. He's going to sit down. Your life is full of fear, obstruction, limitation. All you're doing is projecting it, man. He could be a father or a teacher. I don't know what's going on over there. But he needs to go and sit the fuck down, man. He's so annoying when he comes up in his reading. I think he's got a split personality because he's coming out at me right now. Yeah, he's in a nightmare, man. He's a nightmare. He wanted to make a nightmare for an air sign person. Or maybe a Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, masculine in a nightmare. Or a female. Yeah, man, because they want to block this Taurus person. They say this is a fucking nightmare. They want to block a Taurus person. I reckon she's a stalker. Yeah, look, she's a stalker, man. She keeps stalking. And his King of Cups, man, he's hiding something. He's looking, he's mapping out something. He's mapping out, he's looking at destination. He's thinking. I told you he's got a fucking split personality. About this adventure with a Leo person. This Knight of Cups, he's so immature. He's up to something. Maybe he cast away some goods somewhere abroad. He doesn't want this Leo person to see, or something. Something that Leo must not see. Overseas. Seven of Wands. But he's defending himself, though, against his Knight of Cups. A lover that he found out gave him wounds, burden, secret. When it comes to a Tower moment, someone's hanging, boy. They don't want to lose something about this house, something about information. This house is keeping them afloat, but it's two people falling out this house. A Cancer person. It's a burden. Yeah, and this Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn person relying on death for an investment. They're baking. They were baking something. She's baking food for this masculine for a death. This Taurus person. Look at her putting the food in for death. They were relying on it to get him out of this house. But he's hanging on. This Leo person's hanging on. Because he sees this illusion. He's been illuminated. But they tried to entwine him in an illusion. Oh, these cards are deep, boy. I've only used these about 4 times. Yeah, it's a burden. It's a burden. Carrying this deception of this ruin. Because they were relying on it. This death. Because this Taurus person is baking something in his food. Yeah! Look, she wants him on the... Look at her. Fucking bitch. Look at her. He has to be on this floor, ruined, begging. Oh, please. But she's probably abusing him. Sit down and beg for me. Sit down and beg. Ah. No, go fucking sit down and fucking sort yourself out. Yeah, look. Because while he's passed out, she's been abusing him. Look, she's got something hidden in her hand. She's been abusing him. Maybe when he wakes up, he got cut something. He doesn't realize it's fucking this bitch. Because she's been hiding. She's hiding. Look, the key. She's been hiding things. She's been hiding stuff. And if someone's waiting while she buries it. Yeah, because look, she's confused about this house. She wants this house. Delusions, 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 the lunacy. This one's a fucking mad hoofer. Pretending that she's single. Because she wants this house. She wants to celebrate this house. Something to this house. And now someone feels like a fool. For being manipulated. Maybe a friend. They're thinking about maybe this cup person. Because this Queen of Pentacles, I'm telling you, she's hiding shit. This Queen of Pentacles, man. She's done something with her mother. Yeah, and a Cancer person. Or maybe she could have a kid for this Cancer person. Or maybe she buried his bloody baby. Something to do with hiding, though. And are they heartbroken? Because justice is here. Because Divine Feminine saw everything. The scales are in her heart, in her eye. Justice for baby Cub. Justice for God. Justice for Adiwali and myself, I guess. And the world. Because these people wanted to be famous. World star. Look at that. Leo person. He's looking at the air sign. He's looking at this air sign and their decisions. To say, you go near Adiwali again, why he's weak. I'm going to fuck you up, Genevieve Nigel, with the truth. I don't give a fuck who you are. The spotlight is on you anyway. Spotlight is on this person. Yeah, you bow. Oh, yeah, where's Baby Jane? Gone! Genevieve Nadia, Baby Jane, gone. Fed up of her coming up in his readings. Fed up. Yeah, because now someone's looking at this lie behind this decision of a fire sign person. It could be a Gemini person or Aquarius person. Is he behind this person giving him the truth or ready to pounce on him with deception, daggering? Someone's hiding behind this masculine, waiting for the truth maybe? Yeah, because this seems to be a challenge with a Queen of fucking Wands. No, yeah, Queen of Wands and the King of Swords. He's got to be careful. They're doing something in this fucking garden park. I don't know, forest, graveside. I don't know what's going on over there. But he needs to be careful because she is his challenge behind him. He don't know whether to come out, whether she's going to pounce on him one day. Look, he needs to be careful behind this person. This Queen of Wands, she's no good to the King of Swords. Because now you've got the King and Queen of Swords. God's guiding. Look, God's message. God said, listen, I want my books. I want my temple. But you lot are creating mazes. But behind the maze is the labyrinth, isn't it? Use your highest self. The otherwise means the otherwise. So that you can go through your labyrinth. And hold on to your truth. And don't sit in sorrow. Go in. Go within. To highlight your wisdom. Because now we're looking at maybe donations. Is the truth went to a Taurus person, and now we're looking at 8 of Wands, messages going around, maybe to this King of Pentacles. He wants to walk away at this house, maybe. He doesn't want to work with a Taurus person. Or he wants to walk away from a Scorpio woman at work. Backstabbing at work. Could be an African woman that walks around like this. That's how Genevieve Nadja walks around, isn't it? With her blanket. She's ready to be fucked, boy. She's got no emotion. She don't care about you lot. She just wanted that house. Some house. Some, I don't know, some mega project. Something to do with some houses, man. Something to do with house. Maybe it might be 3, 4 houses. I don't know. Maybe 10. Who knows? Could I look at house deeds? Somebody was signing. And someone's watching this backstab. God's watching, you know. God has eyes everywhere in man and animal. Oh, yeah. Because now you look at Ace of Pentacles. Promotion to a Leo person. After entrapment. He's coming to calmer waters. When it comes to work. He's holding back budgets. He's probably hiding. Look, he's hiding behind his pentacle. I don't want to face that Aquarius right now. She's an inspiration, though. She's an inspiration. She's the light. She's amazing. She's a healer. He loves this Aquarius person, the Empress. Look at him looking. She's like my little butterfly. My 5 of Swords. Hey, he said I fucking feel defeated, man. He probably wants to trap her in this butterfly, but like, don't go. Because you are my inspiration. Look at him smiling. And she's like, I'm in my own world. I'm trapped in your heart. But I'm still outside creating my own world, baby. He said, I love the way you create. You're like my little jar. In my heart. You made me think so different. Different perspective about the Emperor. And having this insight to use my intuition. And about this King of Cups. About stalking. Oh, happily ever after. He says, I feel you, my spiritual son, dragging me to a happily ever after. Because I understand. I looked into your eyes and fell in love with your soul. And I feel entwined in God's 2 of Cups. I feel balanced to go into my Wheel of Fortune. You are my Wheel of Fortune. That was beautiful. Remember, walking love, talking truth. Love you guys. Bye.